What's up, guys? Welcome to Life Knowledge. My name is Justin Alphabet. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. Today we're going to be talking about betrayal. So something I've learned about betrayal in the recent, I guess the recent, couple of years, has to do with James Bond and also my personal experiences. I've been kind of, studying it and studying malevolence and things like that. And something I noticed about James Bond is that um, he's betrayed a lot. Like a lot of people screw him over. It's common for him, actually. Like it happens a lot. And if it happens to you a lot, you probably relate. You kind of get to this point where, like, it's kind of like, who's going to betray me next, And one thing I noticed, I was watching James Bond's eyes, and a lot of people, when they're betrayed or whatever, like when there's their house of cards that's all stacked up, and someone pulls out one of the cards that was the foundation of trust and everything like that, and betrayal happens. Um, some people like raise their eyebrows, or like they're shocked, like they're surprised that someone would betray them. But James Bond's eyes look like this. He doesn't even care. Like he almost expects it. And that's what this video is about, is expecting the unexpected with betrayal. Something that I learned at a young age is I had confided in a trusted adult at one point in my own life, and this trusted adult, I told them not to tell anybody about my situation or my problem, and this trusted adult betrayed my trust. So at a very young age, I realized that people betray you. I obviously realized later on in life that that person didn't have bad intentions. Um, they didn't really mean to hurt me, but it still hurt. Like I had said that in confidence, and that person, had a weight. I gave them kind of that weight to bear of my burden of, that issue that I had. But sometimes some secrets and some burdens are too heavy for certain people to bear, even trusted adults. Specifically trusted. I mean, it's hard to bear other people's burdens alone sometimes. And so paying people to bear your burdens is really nice. It's good to have a therapist and stuff like that. Someone who will forget things. Also, if you can't trust people with all your secrets or your stuff, you can just, write it down in a journal, your feelings and your thoughts and your ideas and everything, and then burn it. That's another way to never get burnt and not betrayed. But there are lots of ways to do that. Obviously, just speaking to yourself, having, talking to yourself. A lot of people think that people who talk to themselves are crazy, but it's actually the most intelligent people who talk to themselves, because they can trust themselves. It's hard to trust some of these people out here. And even the closest people to you at some point in your life will betray you. And so that brings us to the last point, which is expect betrayal. If you expect it to happen, if you expect the worst, then you'll be prepared for it. There's that saying that's like, prepare for the worst and hope for the best. You can hope for the best and hope that people will, not screw you over. But I mean, ultimately, if even the closest people to you, your wife, your husband, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, at some point they'll betray your trust, and that's going to hurt. And so if you plan now to expect that betrayal in the future, it will harden your heart a little bit. It'll put up some walls, but that's kind of a good thing in a way. It's good to a point. You don't want to harden your heart to the point where you'll never be able to love again. That's extreme. But you also want to make sure that you set up boundaries and protect yourself and expect the worst. Like, if you expect bad things to happen, you're never surprised. And James Bond always expects something to happen because he's James Bond. He knows people around him are, he's dealing with dangerous people. He knows the people around him are, trying to get at him, and he's living in a war zone constantly. That's his life, like. And technically with us, like, we are kind of in a daily war zone where, you always got to kind of be on your toes a little bit. You always have to be prepared for um, things to happen. Like, I have an emergency prepared kit for like the apocalypse or something like that. I have it in my closet, and I have a lot of gear that's prepared, or preparedness gear, I guess is what you'd call it, for apocalyptic events, for different types of worst case scenarios, and situations. And so being prepared for the worst helps you to, have that peace of mind. If you expect that people are going to betray you and things like that, you kind of have a peace of mind because you know it's going to come at some point, and then you're not surprised. It kind of gives you this like weight lifted off of you if you just expect the worst, or you expect bad things to happen, because then they then you're not ever unsurprised. However, you should also expect good things to happen. That's the reverse side of this coin, because if you only stick to the negative, like where you expect bad things to happen all the time, that's bad, because then it will happen all the time. You'll whatever we look for and try to see is what we find. And so you may attract partners or friends or people, in your life, in relationships and things, that will betray you. And so you want to purposefully seek out relationships and people and friends that won't betray you, obviously. But if you expect that it's a possibility that they might betray you or cheat on you or hurt you at some point in the future, then you won't be as upset about it. You won't be as hurt, because it hurts the worst when you're stabbed in the back when you're not looking, right? But when someone's gonna, when that people have knives, everyone has a knife, then you're kind of aware that everyone has the ability to stab you in the back. Also, another trick to making sure that people don't stab you in the back is make sure that people don't get behind you. And the way that translates to real life would be having more power. The more power that you have, personal power, the less people can take you down. And so I'm talking about all kinds of power. I'm talking about physical power, mental power, um, strength power, emotional power, um, financial power. All kinds of different power helps you to protect yourself and protect others around you. And so look up the 7 dimensions of wellness. There's 7 different categories that classify the life of a human, and ask yourself, am I powerful in each of these? Am I spiritually powerful? Am I mentally powerful, emotionally, physically, financially, etc.? Right? And ask yourself those questions. Make sure that you're honest with yourself as well. And then after that, read the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene, because that book is really good. It teaches you tips and tricks on how to make sure that people don't manipulate you, and helps you to gain personal power over yourself so that others will not use you and abuse you, and you won't be naive to the manipulations and tactics and power moves of other people. So yeah, those are some of the tips for the day. Hopefully, if you've been betrayed, I sympathize. There have been a lot of people who've been betrayed, so you're not alone, and you'll get through it. Another thing that this is a bonus tip, another thing that I do with my betrayal is I use that betrayal that in my mind when I'm at the gym. So I think about the people that have betrayed me. I think about my exes or my enemies, or etc. People that have hurt me or trying to hurt me. I think about those people when I'm at the gym, when I'm pushing the bar, or when I'm choking somebody out in jujitsu, or boxing in the gym, or something like that. All different kinds of things. I think about those times that people, have betrayed me and hurt me, and put me through pain. And that pain is released in a healthy, organic way where I'm not hurting anybody physically. I'm not going to jail. I'm not, committing any crimes, but I'm letting go of that pain in a healthy manner that's also helping me grow. My muscles are getting better, my focus is getting better, my mentality is getting better, my emotions are getting more clear. I can use those negative emotions in a healthy way and release them in healthy ways. And so that's the bonus tip of the day. Hopefully that helps you guys. Thank you guys for watching today. Hopefully this helps you have the day you deserve, and I'll see you in the next one.